Hey, welcome back, guys. It's your boy Tico Graphics. Today, I will show you how to create a burger Christmas poster on your Android smartphone using your PC Live. This is a strictly social media poster which you can learn from. It's a little kind of a blending. And I'm going to learn how to combine different kind of elements to create this particular poster. Without wasting much of our time, let's get started. The first thing to do is to determine the background size. Sorry, I did that even behind the screen. 120 by 1101. When that's been done, and you might decide not to even determine any size because the background we want to use is as the same as this particular size. So you go into three line dot here, go to use image, then you locate the background you want to use. So take it for instance, the background I want to use is actually this, so I'll click OK. After that has been set, then I will go back to the gallery, just bring the element one after the other. So the first thing I need to bring is this particular burger. So when you bring it in, then you make sure that it fits in this particular area. Or for instance, what we can still do, let's say we cancel the whole stuff. Let's open it afresh. Okay, then we are going back to the gallery. So bring these particular images as background, then you're heading back to your gallery. So when you get there, just bring the burger as the first indication. I mean, it's the first element. So after that has been done, you need to do a kind of a manipulation here to make this work. So lock in this. So after you lock it in, then you tap on this sticker. You will have this particular feature which you can see, right? So I need to position that around there. I need to position it and let it land. So when I'm able to do that, I will tap that to the back. Then I'll go to the color and have the color being changed. So why it will be showing like this, I will recopy, then reposition it again, send it again to the back. So will be the bust. So once I'm able to do that, I have to fade some. Since there's nothing like blending here, so fading it to make it to be cooler. So we'll have another stuff there. So I will lock the two after being fade. Then I will heading back to my gallery. So on getting to the gallery, I need a shadow for these particular images. So I will bring in the shadow, then send it to the back. Then let it be at this juncture. So you can see, right? So very pretty cool like that. And if you want me let it to be obvious, let it be as direct center of this particular image of a thing. Then once you do that, shift that up a little bit. Just shift it up a bit. Okay, cool. Then the next thing we need to do is to lock that as well. Then after that has been done, you can head in back to your gallery. Then we are going to bring in this style. Okay, when you bring this Christmas, then position it around here, but it has to be on a kind of a rotation, so which is cool. Okay, then after that, heading back to your gallery as well, then we are going to bring this Christmas cap. So position it around here, could be a cool stuff. Then when you position it that way, shift it up a little bit, then there should be a shadow for that. Okay, and how are we going to do that? So I'm going to tap a shadow from this place, bringing it up. Okay, when you bring it up, so it has to be around there. Perfect. So send it to the back of the cap, then you can see the results you achieved by doing that. Okay, so sorry, so lock the cap so that you can spread in this particular shadow. Just spread it in, spread it a bit. Okay, perfect. So after that has been done, then the next thing we need to do is to lock the shadow. So when you're able to do that, heading back to your gallery, then among the elements, look at the one that you want to position again. So take it for instance, I'm bringing this one in, so which will be at this particular juncture. Then if I do that, I have to copy this particular shadow. So sorry. So let me lock this as well. I have to copy this particular shadow. So after copy it, you have to crop. Just crop it a little bit. Because it has to be on seat, okay? So we're going to position that here. So when you position it, you can move it up a bit so that the stuff will look like it's on seat. Another thing we'll need to do when we do that, we are going to send that to the we'll send it to the back as well. Okay, so when you send it to the back, it's very cool. So you shift it up, let it be on top of that shadow so that it will look well seated. Okay, perfect. So now that everything is plumb, so the next thing we need to do after that is to make sure that we lock that as well. Heading back to your gallery, bring in other elements to form what you wanted to form. So take it for instance, the next thing is we bring this particular ribbon shape, position it around there to lock it as well. Then the next thing is to go back to the gallery. We need the name, the burger. So we have the Burger King. So we need to position that around there. So we have the Burger King, position it here. So after that has been done, apply a little shadow to this. Okay, it will make it look cool. So your shadow offset wise should be something like 3 or 4. Then you tap on plus sign and you shift this toward the edge. Then your blur radius should be 10. So now you get a perfect good sitting position. So when you are able to do this, then the next thing that we need to do is to heading back to our gallery. Then you bring this particular shape, could be of best. So you position that around there, and the next thing is you have to send it to the back to make to your or. And if you are not sending it to the back, you have to bring it to the front. Then you crop it a little bit. Then you make sure that you position it here. So when you do that, it will be like the cap is having something like this particular structure. So after that, you have to deal with your shadow. Then you have your offset shadow. Okay, then when you do that, your radius, leave it that way. Then you reduce that so that it will be somehow showing at this juncture. Okay, you still need to deal with it. Okay. Let these shadows be like 3. We can text how it is by doing that. So let's say 4. 4 should be pretty cool. Okay, shift this a little bit. So now when we look at it, is it actually plumb the way we want it? If it is not, we need to just improvise and make it work. So if that's off, you can still go back to the schedule. So since we make the offset to before, let it be to be 2. So okay, and if this doesn't work, then the next thing we can do is to just delete it. Then we are going to put a finishing touch into that. Then we look at the bottom. Look at the sticker at the bottom. So we need to adjust that as well. So bringing this up a little bit. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let it be beside that. And everything seems to be cool now. So the next thing we need to do is to shape the stuff. So the last element cannot work there because it has to look real with the cap. So I'm getting back to my PSCC. The PSCC will be able to do the little blending for me. So how can I do that? Go to my PSCC for Android 219. Getting there, I'm importing what I just saved here just because of that particular shape. Okay, so after bringing that here, then I will heading back to my gallery. So by bringing that particular images, so I'm bringing that here. So you can see the image, right? So I have to reduce the size a little bit, then have it position around here. So once I position it around there, I will click OK. Then I'll go to blending. Let me click on overlay. So I will be reducing the size a little bit to see. If that doesn't work, let's go for lighting. Can lighting do the work for me? No. What about the screen? Can the screen do the work for me? No. So what about if I multiply? It's not showing anything. Okay. What about differences? Linear dodge. Okay, the linear dodge could be the best here, but let me try to use lighting. So if I use the lighting, let me change the color to see whether it will work. So I tap OK. So which means it doesn't work. I have to click on back. Then let me see, try something like overlay. So if I try overlay, I can even adjust this to make it work. So let's see. It doesn't work, and I have to make it work. Okay, so let's go to subtract screen. Okay, under the screen we can make that work. Okay, and another thing we can do now is to cut out some particular edges here. Okay, so I will go here, cut it out. So if I cut it out, let's see how it will look. Okay, so which means we are able to put a finishing touch to that. So let me increase every stuff here. So after increasing the stuff, I can apply a shadow, a little shadow, drop down shadow to that. Okay, the blush should just be many. The distances should be something like 39. Okay, then the color should be black here. So guess this is pretty cool. So now we have the whole stuff to be working. So what thing we can do is to just bring this one, fade it a little bit, and everything seems to work. And this is just a simple trick. So now we can come up with a Christmas manipulation poster on our Android smartphone using our Pixel app, and completing the work using our PSCC. So once you are done with that, click on done, click on save. Okay, then when you do that, you have not saved that to your gallery. Tap on this arrow facing the right, then you click on save. Choose the type of format you want to save. Tap on what you want to save and you click OK. Now we are good to go. So the next thing we need to do now is to cross check after the download. So I'm heading back to my gallery. So getting to the gallery, let's see what we just did. This is PSCC style. So everything seemed to be plumb again, and we're good to go. Thanks for watching. I believe we'll learn something from here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new to my channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification icon so that you can be notified whenever I update my channel with a new video like this. Thanks for watching once again. God bless you.